Well, look, commiserations out of the trophy. Just give us your take on the game.
I think very disappointed with the opening few minutes. We conceded really early, but we conceded because we're making bad passes that are simple. We're just the detail of the passing's wrong, and so after that, I think we controlled the game, but we weren't able to make actions in their box enough. And Macaulay was very frustrated. It's a very boring game for him because Lincoln played in a very good, shape. They deny space really, really well. So then you have to be sharp and really clever and make a very quick actions to try and create an opportunity to score. So I felt it was a very dull performance from us, but I'm not disappointed really with the attitude and the application. I was disappointed with the quality of the passing in the early stages, and then I think throughout the game there was moments where we were a bit sloppy. But overall, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not blaming them in any way in terms of like their application, their effort, and the way they prepared for the game, and that no problem at all. But yeah, the opposition made it very difficult, stifled us, and were excellent really, and we played into their hands with some sloppy actions, and then we just didn't create anywhere near enough openings.
Nevertheless, some valuable minutes for a number of players out there. Back four as well. Was that interesting? Did you learn much? Did you take anything from that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, we changed quite early after the goal. We started with like we often are with a back three, and I thought maybe there was too many gaps, and we were finding difficult to build up a little bit. So the back four seemed to help us stabilise. So yeah, it was nice. I think the problem when we play the back four is we always look a little bit less likely to create something in the final third because we don't have the normal combinations that we like. So when we conceded very early against a really good opposition, I didn't want us to be heavily behind at half time, something like that. I think it would have been unfair for the people that came to see us, and I think it would have given us a bad feeling. So I felt with a back four we'd be more difficult for them to get behind us, and I think that was probably accurate. So yeah, I learnt a little bit from that and a few things that I already anticipated.
Dan Gosling got out there for 25 minutes or so. What was the thinking behind managing him around tonight?
Well, I think he's clearly not ready to go straight into the action. I think that would be irresponsible of me, but certainly wanted to get some minutes in the team, and competitive minutes, so that he can try to get the conditioning that he needs as quickly as possible, as safely as possible. And so I'm happy with that, because it was nice to see him on the pitch, and Lincoln is so athletic that there's actions where he has to make big recovery runs and has to try to make challenges and things, because it's a competitive game. So that was great.
Will Randall, it's his first start, I think, or certainly one of his first starts. I thought he had some decent moments. He was switched sides and he came over to the right hand side. There was just a couple of flashes there which maybe showed us a little bit of what he could do in the future. Yeah,
I really liked him. Really liked his performance, both sides of his game defensively, and what he done with the ball as well. So that was really great. I'm so happy, because he's had a very disjointed start to his time here with injuries, and then he was involved he had a collision in the car, which was horrible for him, and he was banged up a bit, but I was really pleased to see him on the pitch, and I'm happy with his performance.
You mentioned the people that came to see us tonight, 237 if memory serves, from the slip I was given in the press box. Massive thanks to them.
Yeah, they're brilliant, and it was nice to be able to have a chat with a few before the game. Just a special bunch. That is freezing though tonight. It's freezing cold, and they're bright enough to know that we don't have a huge numbers of players available at the moment, so they know it's probably not going to be like a really full strength side, but they support the club, and the young players are out there, and they can they can hear the support.
I suppose it's almost a new chapter in the season now. The future's a little bit clearer. We know obviously we're in the second round of the Emirates FA Cup, but now other than that it's only the league. Does that help in any way? I know you'll be disappointed to lose tonight, but it does clear the path a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, I think that the competitions we definitely want to compete on all fronts, but you know we have to be realistic that we cannot destroy the players and keep putting them out when we can't rotate them around as much as we would like. And I think with a completely healthy squad, then this would be a great opportunity. And with not such a healthy squad, then it's not such a big opportunity. So depending on the club and what position your club is in at the moment when the games arrive, you can be more competitive or less. So yeah, I think we're disappointed, but we now have a chance to concentrate on a really great FA Cup tie and of course an incredible league that still has so much football in front of us.
Just finally, you mentioned the healthiness of the squad. It was great to see Brins back out there, Junior Marais as well, back from their respective injuries. John Bostock and Adam Chickson weren't around tonight. What's the very latest on them?
Well, they trained today, so we got more intensity in their training today, but probably just not ready for this because you know you can be forced into making very explosive actions because it's a competitive game and the contact as well and so on maybe just is pushing it a bit too far too early, but we're really pleased with their progress.
Adam Chickson, he'll be a real boost to have back for his versatility, his character. I mean, obviously John Bostock's played more of a role this season so far, but Chicks, you know, you can't forget his influence last season, for example.
No, never forget, because he's great, and just even having him back training has improved training because his intensity there and the way he talks to the other players and communicate with everyone is incredible, and he's going to be an asset to us, and he's very close now, to being back on the pitch.